Welcome to today's video, in which we will delve into the realm of lightsabers, the legendary sword of both the Jedi and the Sith. Have you ever wanted to know how these beautiful weapons are manufactured, and what the various colors mean? Well, then you've come to the right place. To begin with, lightsabers are more than merely Star Wars accessories. They are actually complex weapons that need a high level of experience and understanding to build. So, in today's episode, we will walk you through the fundamentals of lightsaber design, from the source of power to the blade itself. Following that, we'll look at the many colors of lightsabers, and also what they signify. Are you aware that the stone used to make the blade of a lightsaber determines its color? How about the fact that each coloring has its own significance and meaning in the Star Wars reality? This video is for everyone, whether you're a Star Wars enthusiast or just inquisitive about the creation of these legendary weapons. So, sit back and prepare to step into the realm of lightsabers. But before we get into our explanation, we do have just one very small request. If you like our content, then please support us by subscribing to our channel. This is just one small click for you, but for us, it means a lot. Thanks! Now, let's begin. What is a lightsaber? The lightsaber is a sword that has come to be associated with the Star Wars franchise. It is a blade that is both exquisite and lethal, meant for both battle and ceremonial use. The lightsaber's hilt emits a pure plasma blade that is contained in a force confinement field. This field keeps the enormous intensity of the plasma at bay, allowing the weapon to retain its form. This also significantly safeguards the wielder of this weapon. The lightsaber hilt is typically built by the bearer to fit their individual demands, inclinations, and liking. The buoyancy of the plasma, however, and the intense gyroscopic effect it generates need a significant degree of strength and experience to control and handle. As a result, lightsabers are exceedingly difficult and hazardous to wield for the inexperienced. The lightsaber is a blade affiliated with the Jedi Order, but it is also wielded by the evil Sith, as well as other Force-sensitive beings. When utilized in combination with the Force, the weapon demands expertise and skill, and is substantially augmented. A lightsaber has the ability to cut through just about anything you can imagine, helping to make it an extremely effective assault weapon. It is also utilized for defensive action, enabling a Force-sensitive to parry and even reflect direct hits back to the shooter. There are 7 types of lightsaber battles, each featuring a distinctive set of methods and strategies. Most fighters use a single-bladed lightsaber. However, some utilize double-bladed or even numerous lightsabers at the same time. Ultimately, the lightsaber is a famous blade that has become a hallmark of the Star Wars realm, reflecting the strength and ability of those who wield it. The lightsaber's history is clouded in mystery and controversy. While the actual origins of the weapon are unclear, it is thought that early prototypes were influenced by ancient weapons, fueled by unique crystals made by the Rakata hundreds of years well before the Republic. One of these early prototypes was the Force Saber, which had been employed by the Force Hounds, a group of Rakatan hunters. Yet, because of its link to the dark side, it wasn't appropriate for use by adherents to the Jedi Order, the Jedi's forefathers. The lightsaber did not become more significant in galactic affairs until the Clone Wars. Jedi who had previously served as peacekeepers were promoted to Jedi generals in the Grand Army of the Republic, and began to use the lightsabers more frequently. The Inquisitors who followed Darth Vader, and even the supervillain himself, were also renowned lightsaber users during the Empire's reign. However, with the Empire's defeat, Luke Skywalker started teaching a young crop of Jedi. The Jedi created the first lightsabers, which were later picked up by the Dark Jedi, and the Sith as well. These early prototypes were bulky because they depended on a substantial external power supply. Yet, technical advancements by the Sith resulted in lightsabers that did not need a power supply, allowing for more flexibility of movement in battle. While the historical reality of the lightsaber is unknown, it is evident that it changed over time with various modifications and design developments. And as the Star Wars universe expands, it seems probable that we will begin to see different forms of lightsabers.
Quiet your mind and concentrate. The design will become clear.
How are lightsabers made? Lightsabers, being the most distinctive Star Wars weapon, are composed of 5 essential parts: an emitter, a kyber stone, a pommel, sleeves, and a switch. The kyber gem is the most crucial element of the lightsaber, since it gives the blade its strength and its color. Kyber stones are naturally present minerals that have been infused with the power of the Force's light side. The kyber stone, which can be harvested by younglings in the world of Ilum, is arguably the most crucial requirement to make a lightsaber. They are very immune to dark side corruption. However, the Sith and some other dark side practitioners have discovered a means to counteract this through a procedure termed as bleeding, which is a term we'll explain once once we clarify the basics. After obtaining a Kyber crystal, a Sith or a Jedi must utilize the Force to bond with it and bend it into the right shape for a lightsaber. When a Jedi or a Sith forms a link with a Kyber stone, they do it through meditation. A suitable crystal will spark and glow, signifying that it has selected the individual to which it is attached. The crystal's hue shifts to match the energy of the individual it is selected. Certain hues, such as yellow or purple, are rarer than others, but obtaining a red Kyber crystal organically is flat out impossible. Now, as we mentioned before, let us explain bleeding. This is the method by which you get a red Kyber crystal. The crystal gets corrupted by this procedure due to the dark side tampering. As a crystal is bled, it glows a brilliant crimson, which explains why so many Sith lightsabers resemble each other. A corrupted crystal, however, can also be heated, though this is not an easy task. Most lightsabers are made of a single stone, which generates a blade about 1 meter long. Some Jedi and Sith, however, prefer a lengthier blade and construct lightsabers with numerous crystals. The dual-phase saber is a lightsaber variant that makes use of several crystals. The user may extend the blade's length much beyond the regular 1 meter using 2 or 3 crystals. Throughout history, other Jedi and Sith wielded this sort of lightsaber, including the notorious Darth Vader. When the Kyber stone has been bonded with, it is inserted within the hilt of a lightsaber. A blade emitter, a large core or power cell, a focusing ring, and different controls are all crucial components of the hilt. The power cell, also known as the energy core, is what fuels the lightsaber and makes it in tandem with the Kyber stone. The focusing ring is also an essential part of a lightsaber because, as the name suggests, it focuses the Kyber crystal, which produces the blade. Calibration is critical, since a misaligned crystal might cause the sword to explode when triggered. Ultimately, lightsabers may be customized by changing the pommel, grip, and blade emitter, but to guarantee that the lightsaber works properly, the hilt components must be meticulously manufactured and adjusted. Every lightsaber is distinct, reflecting the wielder's personality and interests. Finally, and most importantly, building a lightsaber necessitates the usage of a deep bond to the Force. How does it work? The lightsaber is a complex and one-of-a-kind weapon that needs both skill and expertise to build and master. Every lightsaber user, as mentioned before, has their own distinctive flair, which results in a diverse spectrum of designs. Regardless of variances, each lightsaber had a few essential components. A lightsaber is built with sophisticated electrical components and requires precise force manipulation abilities. A diatium power cell is needed, which is encircled by an energy field conductor and a power vortex ring. These devices operate together to steer energy forward towards the energy gateway, which regulates the flow of energy into the stone's energy chamber. The crystal energy cell, which includes a minimum of 2 crystals, is at the core of any lightsaber. The primary crystal distributes the energy generated by the power cell to 1 or more concentrating crystals. The crystals are held in position by the focusing crystal activator, and perfect alignment is critical to avoid a catastrophic blast. The energy channel forms the lightsaber blade by turning energy into an arcing wave that runs up through the sword energy channel and through cycling field energizers. The focused arc wave travels up to the blade's arc tip, culminating in the device's signature blazing blade. The color of the blade is controlled by the crystal used, which can range from a typical primary or neon hue to more unusual colors. Some even have a non-lethal low power option for training. Lightsabers can have extra features like hand grip grooves and a blade size adjuster for their hilt. Lightsaber hilts are an essential part of the weapon's design and manufacturing. They are made from a wide range of materials, from ordinary metals to more exotic ones. Inlays would also be used for decoration. Each component of the hilt was meticulously constructed to represent the maker's own design philosophy, with consideration for their personal tastes, ideologies, and material selection. While developing the hilt for general purposes, it was also vital to consider the individual's species and hand grip. The primary role of the hilt was to safeguard the individual parts and assure the stability and endurance of the lightsaber, while also acting as a visual expression of the wielder's taste and individuality. Each lightsaber color explained. Lightsabers of various colors are an iconic component to the Star Wars saga, and they have immense relevance for both the individuals who hold them and the audiences who adore them. Lightsaber hues are much more than just a simple question of aesthetics, ranging from the iconic blue and green swords of the Jedi to the terrifying crimson of the Sith. In fact, the hue of a lightsaber may actually disclose a considerable amount about the wielder's personality and their force alignment. In this section, we will look at why lightsabers get different hues and what each of these tints represents. Number 1. Blue lightsaber. The blue lightsabers are essential in the Star Wars world, since they have become one of the most regularly utilized colors by Jedi. Blue signifies the light side of the Force, which embodies justice, valor, and righteousness, as opposed to the dark side of the Force. Thus, the blue lightsabers are a sign of hope and righteousness, and its bearer is dedicated to defending the Jedi Order's beliefs. The never-ending conflict between both the Sith and the Jedi is frequently portrayed in red and blue, symbolizing both the dark and light elements respectively. Blue lightsaber Jedi are famed for their courage and bravery, as well as their close connection to the stones that light their lightsabers. In the Star Wars saga, figures such as Anakin Skywalker and Obi-Wan Kenobi have wielded blue lightsabers. The color blue is linked with the Jedi Guardian, a Jedi class that excels in lightsaber battle and physical prowess in the expanded universe. Its presence on the battlefield represents a warrior eager to fight for the greater good, safeguarding the galaxy from the injustice and carnage ushered in by the dark side of the Force. This lightsaber is powered by the Kyber Crystal's Anatar Crystal, Mantle of the Force, or Permafrost. Number 2. Red lightsaber. For a good reason, red lightsabers are usually linked with the Sith. Because these evil warriors lack the Jedi's link to their Kyber crystals, they must steal or bleed their crystals to make their red-hued weapons. These Sith lightsabers symbolize anger, fear, and other dark emotions channeled via their blades. A few of the most famous wielders of these lightsabers include Darth Vader and Kylo Ren. Sith duelists using red lightsabers are known for their violent and daring combat style. They allow their emotions to take them over, causing them to battle with brutality, aggression, and no compassion. These warriors will go to any length to obtain their objectives, even if it comes at the expense of all they value. They use mental and physical might to overwhelm their opponents, frequently employing different force-based techniques. Red lightsaber wielders are also recognized for their enormous power and devotion of the dark side of the Force. They make up the galaxy's most elite fighters, fueling their battle style with fear and hate. Their rigorous technique, though, has an impact on their bodies, creating extreme strain. They are merciless tyrants, infamous for crushing everyone who challenges them, with rapid and decisive action. In conclusion, the Crimson Lightsaber represents the Sith's desire for power and unshakable devotion to the dark side of the Force. Number 3. Green lightsaber. Green lightsabers are popular amongst Jedi Knights. This color signifies a solid connection to nature, as well as a desire for global harmony. Green represents development and renewal, which mirrors the life paths of individuals who wield green lightsabers. Green lightsaber wielders have a calm and cooperative disposition and are constantly eager to assist others. They are spiritually wise and aspire to understand more about the world and all its inhabitants. They have a close affinity with their environment, and they use their powers to keep the Force balanced. Green lightsabers are frequently linked with wise and mature Jedi who are more concerned with the spiritual connections of the Force rather than battle. Such Jedi have remarkable mental abilities and can connect deeply with the Force. They may even acquire Force spirit awareness in rare situations. Popular wielders of this color include Luke Skywalker and Yoda. Green lightsabers are assigned to the Jedi Consulars in the Star Wars expanded universe, who engage in diplomacy and negotiation. Unfortunately, this link needs to be better established in the present Disney canon. Yet, in the Star Wars world, the green lightsaber is an iconic emblem of peace, spirituality, and wisdom. Number 4. Yellow lightsaber. Of the various lightsaber hues available, yellow lightsabers are among those that are the most obscure, exuding mystery and intrigue. The majority of these sabers are linked with the Jedi Temple Guards, who use double-bladed yellow lightsaber swords. It's uncertain whether the yellow tint was chosen on purpose to separate the guards, or whether the crystal chose them by becoming yellow. Though yellow lightsabers are uncommon, prominent characters such as Asajj Ventress and Rey Skywalker have used them. Yellow lightsabers are linked with Jedi Sentinels, a kind of Jedi focusing on non-combat responsibilities in the expanded universe. Whenever a Jedi Sentinel cleanses a red lightsaber stone, it turns yellow, showing the user's pure disposition. Generally, the rarity of yellow lightsabers may be related to the scarcity of Jedi Sentinels, who are primarily involved in covert actions. When a yellow lightsaber appears, it is generally in the hands of a competent Jedi, who should not be underestimated. While a great deal about this one-of-a-kind lightsaber color is unknown, its exclusivity and symbolic importance only contribute to its intrigue.
Finally, a challenge.
Number 5. Yellow-green lightsaber. On her birthday, the Padawan Ahsoka Tano earns a second lightsaber as a present from her mentor, Anakin Skywalker, in the animated TV show The Clone Wars. This is a frequent custom shared by the masters of Jedi Padawans. Surprisingly, upon closer inspection, it is evident that Ahsoka Tano's lightsaber is a blend of yellow and green, rather than a usual shade of green. The relationship between the Jedi and their stone determines the color of a lightsaber, with the color appearing only when the lightsaber is ignited. This implies that the same hue cannot be guaranteed to occur twice. In Ahsoka's situation, her second lightsaber had a somewhat different different hue from her first, even though both shared a basic green tint. Several fans believe that the tiny yellow tinge in Ahsoka's Shoto Saber was included by animators to help identify her two lightsabers while animating. While the makers of this program have not acknowledged this speculation, it still remains a common fan belief. Whatever the cause for this unusual hint, Ahsoka's Shoto Saber is a devastating weapon in her hands, demonstrating her ability and dedication as a Jedi fighter. Number 6. Purple Lightsaber. One of the most mysterious and fascinating weapons in the world of Star Wars is the purple lightsaber. It is a unique and highly sought after hue that represents a distinct blend between blue and red. While the meanings of other colors are clearly understood, the origin of the purple lightsaber is still unclear. Blue lightsabers were traditionally linked with the Jedi, whereas red ones were used to identify a Sith. As a result, people wielding a purple lightsaber were considered to be tuned in with both the dark and the light sides of the Force. They were distinguished by their boundless energy, persistence, and an unwavering pursuit of their objectives. They were often lonely people, prone to extended periods of introspection to discover their actual purpose in life. The purple lightsaber was seldom seen in the grip of anybody other than Mace Windu, the famed Jedi Master whose one-of-a-kind weapon represented his unwavering dedication, mental strength, and compassion. Windu obtained his purple lightsaber crystal following a difficult journey to the world of Hurricane, where he displayed his mercy and generosity by resurrecting a native species. Only individuals with extraordinary strength, courage, and desire to confront the unknown were considered worthy of handling this elusive and potent weapon. For those who did, the purple lightsaber simplified their unshaking devotion to the Force and the endless battle between light and dark. Number 7. White Lightsaber. White lightsabers are a one-of-a-kind and uncommon sight in the Star Wars world. Ahsoka Tano, a proficient Force practitioner, is among a handful of people who have ever used them. The crystals for these blades were recovered from a previous Inquisitor whose lightsaber produced a red blade. Ahsoka changed them to white crystals after cleansing them with the might of the Force, symbolizing her newfound personal sovereignty. After severing connections with the Jedi Order and becoming free of the dark side of the Force, Ahsoka found herself in a neutral position with the Force, and the white lightsabers signified her journey between both the light and the dark sides. Ahsoka's white lightsabers were distinct in that one of them had a Shoto blade, allowing her to be a competent dual wielder. The color white represents purity, harmony, and neutrality, all of which Ahsoka's character possesses. The white lightsabers demonstrated Ahsoka's grasp of the Force and her capacity to battle the dark side's allure. Ahsoka's path with the white lightsabers represented her maturation and her resilience as a formidable and independent individual in the face of hardship. Number 8. Black Lightsaber. The black lightsaber is a unique and distinctive weapon in the Star Wars universe. Unlike many other lightsabers, which correspond either to the Jedi Order or the Sith, the black lightsaber is linked with the Mandalorians, a warrior group. The dark saber, the most well-known black lightsaber, features a flat blade comparable to a sword. Tera Vizsla, the very first Mandalorian, invented the dark saber, which has a lengthy and intricate history. It has been used by a number of characters in the Star Wars universe, most notably by Darth Maul. The dark saber is a lot more than simply a weapon in Mandalorian culture. It is also a representation of authority and leadership. The rightful monarch of the Mandalorian race is whoever wields the dark saber. This has resulted in disputes and internal conflicts among Mandalorian figures who had possessed the weapon. Regardless of its link to the Mandalorians, the black lightsaber also serves as a sign of mystery and might. Its absence of color and its unique design set it apart from every other lightsaber in the world of Star Wars. While it is unusual for Jedi to carry black lightsabers, it's not entirely implausible. Ultimately, the black lightsaber, and particularly the dark saber, is a distinct and significant weapon in Star Wars canon, indicating strength, leadership, and a link to the Mandalorian culture. Number 9. Light blue or cloudy lightsaber. Tera Sinube's lightsaber is also noteworthy, as he is a former Jedi Master who has allegedly managed to convert a Sith lightsaber into a blade of the light side of the Force. Many claim that Tera Sinube's lightsaber has a faint blue tinge due to its cleanse from the dark side. The exact nature of his lightsaber, however, remains clouded in mystery. Tera Sinube is believed, primarily by fans, to have misplaced his first lightsaber while on a journey in the underworld. He then purchased a black market Sith lightsaber and managed to cleanse its kyber crystal, transforming transforming it into a light side weapon. When Ahsoka Tano misplaced her lightsaber, Terasanube was happy to assist her. He even shared some of his expertise in kyber crystal cleansing with her. While some assume that Terasunube's lightsaber was formerly blue and hasn't been used in a long time, the historical roots of this remarkable weapon still remain very much unknown. Nonetheless, it demonstrates the Jedi's skill and understanding, as well as his capacity to transform even the deadliest of weapons into tools for the light. Number 10. Orange Lightsaber. Orange lightsabers are uncommon in the Star Wars world, and their significance is not entirely established in canon. Cal Kestis, a character in Jedi Fallen Order, is the only canon figure known to possess an orange lightsaber, but the game doesn't really give any context or explanation for it. In the expanded universe, Sith and Dark-aligned Jedi have also used orange lightsabers in the past. However, it's still being determined if this will continue in the new canon. Despite its exclusivity, an orange lightsaber is considered to represent a Jedi Master's immense knowledge and wisdom. If a Sith Lord or disciple wields an orange lightsaber, it denotes enormous strength and leadership qualities. As Chancellor Palpatine became a Sith Lord, he holds an orange lightsaber, symbolizing his newfound dominance and control over Anakin Skywalker. Orange lightsaber wielders, like Sentinels, are hesitant to pull out their weapons in battle. They would instead utilize their intellect and diplomatic abilities to avoid violence entirely. They respect stealth and diplomacy and would prefer to solve a situation peacefully than aggressively. Despite their reluctance to wield their lightsabers, they are exceptionally competent fighters who can compete with both Jedi and the Sith.
So close.
Number 11. Indigo Lightsaber. Indigo is another lesser-known lightsaber color that falls between purple and blue on the color wheel. There is just one known figure in Star Wars canon and legends that wield an indigo lightsaber, which is Cal Kestis from the video game Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. While the significance of the indigo lightsaber is unknown owing to the lack of information, it is thought to reflect tranquility, wisdom, mysticism, and intuition. These favorable characteristics imply that the indigo lightsaber might be employed by characters in strategic or mystical roles who rely on their instincts to guide them. Nonetheless, despite its notable meaning, the indigo lightsaber may still be connected with darker instincts if not utilized with discretion. The wielder's intents and conduct, like with any other lightsaber hue, ultimately decide the purpose and effect of the indigo lightsaber. It remains to be seen if other figures will carry indigo lightsabers, and what meaning they will add to the galaxy far, far away as the Star Wars world expands. Number 12. Bronze Lightsaber. In the Star Wars mythology, a bronze lightsaber is a distinctive and rare blade hue that is frequently linked with seniority, intelligence, and a relationship with the environment. While nothing is revealed about the bronze lightsaber in reality, it had been used by well-known figures in the Star Wars legends, including Lobaka and Frida Nad. Lobaka, Chewbacca's nephew, wielded a bronze-bladed lightsaber while attending Luke Skywalker's Jedi Academy in the Young Jedi Knights series of books. He created the blade's unique tint by salvaging computer parts from the Jedi Temple on Yavin 4. Then, he used an enhancement jewel instead of a regular kyber crystal. Frida Nad, on the other hand, was a Jedi from the Old Republic era, which embraced the dark side and proceeded to wield his bronze lightsaber as a Sith. Nad's connection to both the dark and light streams of the Force, as well as his personal feelings of wisdom and maturity, have been represented by the bronze blade. While the actual significance and symbolism of the bronze lightsaber are unknown in current Star Wars mythology, it remains an intriguing and unusual component of the Jedi and Sith armory. Number 13. Magenta Lightsaber. Mara Jade, one of the most significant figures in the Legends story, carried a unique magenta-bladed lightsaber, obtained from Emperor Palpatine directly. This one-of-a-kind color represents charm, empathy, femininity, and unconventionality. During the Battle of Endor, Mara lost her weapon in combat, and when she subsequently became part of the new Jedi Order, she built a purple lightsaber as part of her training to become a Jedi Knight. Oddly, despite Darth Vader's lightsaber being defined as crimson in classics, some fans have remarked that it appears pink in several films, such as A New Hope. It is, however, still crimson in the established canon. Cal Kestis, the central protagonist in the video game Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, is the only other known Star Wars canon character with a pink lightsaber. Cal is a Force-sensitive man who later becomes a Jedi Knight and wields the one-of-a-kind magenta lightsaber. Number 14. Cyan Lightsaber. The usage of Cyan lightsabers is uncommon in the Star Wars canon, although it does exist. In canon, the most prominent appearance of a Cyan lightsaber comes in the game Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. Yet, Cyan lightsabers have been described in Star Wars Legends since 2003, in MMO Star Wars Galaxies. Mitra, a Jedi exile, is the only one of the characters in Legends who has been explicitly mentioned as brandishing a Cyan lightsaber. In the Star Wars universe, the significance of a Cyan lightsaber is not entirely defined. mind. Since cyan is a blend of both blue and green, it might signify a person who is a fierce combatant and is also committed to safeguarding and developing the Jedi Order. Moreover, cyan may represent tranquility, oceans, and peace, implying that the bearer is cautious but adaptable when necessary. Cal Kestis, the protagonist of Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, is the only character in the canon who wields a cyan lightsaber. Although this is not a direct connection, this is the only known instance of a cyan lightsaber in Star Wars canon. Even though it is rare, the cyan lightsaber contributes to the Star Wars universe's diversity, and its symbolism affords scope for interpretation and debate. Number 15. Silver Lightsaber. A silver lightsaber is a representation of purity and tranquility, as well as considerable strength and competence. In Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith, Obi-Wan Kenobi used a silver lightsaber in his legendary duel against Darth Vader, signaling the end of his days as a Jedi and the commencement of his new duty as a protector of peace. A silver-bladed lightsaber was frequently crafted in Star Wars Legends, utilizing Durand fire, a rare crystal found exclusively in the desert of Tatooine. The crystal imparted a silver shine to the blade of the lightsaber. It was highly valued by the Halcyon or Horn line, a prominent Jedi clan from the world of Corellia. Silver lightsabers symbolize neutrality, elegance, peace, and a balance of white and black. Silver lightsabers do not currently exist in the Star Wars canon, however, they are popular amongst lovers of the Legends universe. Marvelous verdict. Finally, lightsabers are one of the most recognizable and intriguing weapons in the Star Wars world. Their creation is both a complicated and convoluted procedure that combines advanced technology with old Force practices. Each lightsaber is unique to its owner and represents something particular to them. In the Star Wars world, the hues of lightsabers have important connotations. The shade of a lightsaber is clearly more than a decorative decision, but rather an expression of the character holding it. To conclude, the development of lightsabers and the importance of their hues is an enthralling component of the Star Wars world, and understanding their beginnings only adds to the richness and intricacy of this galaxy far, far away. If you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to leave us a like and subscribe to never miss out on any of our videos. Until next time, I'm Rylan. Have a good one and be safe.